Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Hi, welcome back.
We're going to try to get the Kerdi-Board up in the shower, get the shower pan in, and that'll probably be it for this video.
Yeah, so that's what we're working on?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, thanks. Stay tuned.
Alright, I picked up some R13. I'm just going to fill in this last bay with some insulation. We'll put some insulation in here just more or less as a sound barrier between the bathroom and the closet. Alright, the first thing we've got to do is clean this mess up. Basically just moved it to the other side of the bathroom, but I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it is super windy outside. But there's the back side. Looks a little different. Darkened up the closet for sure. Some R13, just scraps left over, so I just cut them in 10-inch sections and excuse me. Should have worn a mask. But yeah, just pieced, I don't know, a dozen or so in there, so yep, that's all done. Today we're going to get the Kerdi-Board up. Looking through Kerdi-Board's instructions, they recommend if the walls aren't plumb or not level, they recommend wet shimming. So it's basically kind of putting a thin set on the, a stud that's, not plumb, that's too far back in order to level the wall. But these are literally brand new walls we put up, so they're plumb and straight, so we don't have to do any of that. So I think we can just screw up the Kerdi-Board. Well, hopefully not screw it up. Screw it up onto the wall. We'll start with this sheet over here. It's almost a full sheet. Alright, I don't know who the amateur carpenter was that built this wall, but they're 16 on center, but for whatever reason, this one is off half a stud width, so I've got to cut 3/4 of an inch off this Kerdi-Board. The grid lines are really helpful, but this creates just a little dimple, so I think it'll be easy to put the Kerdi band over it. So yeah, so we'll just take our time and every, I guess 10 to 12 inches, put a screw in. These first 3 studs. And this one, apparently where they abut each other, they want you to put just a little, I guess, retainer ring or clip or something that spans both sheets on the joint. So we'll do that. We'll be sure to do that. just measured over, a level line, marked it on this this side over here. I did the same thing up there, made a mark. So what I'll do is I'll put this board up, transfer those lines onto this board, and then I can reference up or down on the grid that's on the board. Find the outlets where I need to cut them out. Wow, that fits perfect. This actually fits really well. I'm surprised. Fits nice and tight along the subfloor here. So I have to, like I said, cut a little strip, a filler strip for in here. We'll get that cut. So this piece is so small, I just pre-drilled some holes, countersunk them. Hopefully that prevents it from splitting, but we'll see. This is what we do with the scraps from last week's project. So we're gonna mix up some thin set. First thing we're going to do is clean the floor, vacuum it up, and then take a sponge, wet sponge, and just wipe it off. So we're going to use half a bag. That's what's recommended for 20 square feet. That's roughly, 18 square feet. So we weight our water. Got I think it came out to 3.3 quarts, 3 1/3. We weighed that, it's 8 pounds. This bag's 50, so we'll put this on the scale, and when it hits 33 pounds, we'll call that good. Try to spread it in the smooth side first. It's like, quarter.
It's like a thick sand, it's weird.
Yeah, like it's 1/4 inch thick probably. Push it around.
You can probably tell I haven't done this before, but
Well, that's how you learn. You can take the back of the smooth side, pick some up, and push it right into this corner. Nope, like grab it. Like, I'll show you once. Nope, yep. Let me show you. It's like this.
I gotcha. Makes sense.
There you go.
Yep, messed up your grooves.
That's right. We'll comb them out again. Just make sure the first thing we want to do is make sure the entire floor is covered. Should fit right in there. Perfect. This should be good. Cool, I think that's it.
Nice.
We did good. Level that way. Where is it? Level that way. Yep, looks good. Alright, I'm going to use CDX plywood for my underlayment, 1/2 inch. Well, it's 15-30 seconds. So, it's actually, I've got some 15 weight tar paper, or felt paper. I was going to put down just to elevate it just a little bit, which I think will be perfect. Alright, just set my laser up to see how square the end of this shower pan is to the room, and it's fairly square. It's right on the end of the shower pan and along that wall, maybe, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch, and it looks fairly straight. It's built up a little more where we built the corner up with the joint compound, but it's definitely looks pretty good. So I think we'll put our first sheet in here. Like I said, it'll come back, I think, about 4 inches, so it doesn't break on that existing seam.
The shower pan is in, the Kerdi-Board is up. Paul did a really good job doing all of that, and
We even got the underlayment down.
yes, the underlayment's down, so the whole floor is even and flush with the shower pan now.
Mm-hmm.
So next up is ordering the Dietrich Heat flooring
Yep.
and tile.
Yeah,
So we're gonna go pick out some tile. I
Yeah.
can't wait to do that.
Actually, that'll be fun. So, all right. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.